Welcome to the Soul Gardener's Journey. I would like to share with you guys what got me started into gardening, my beginnings, and how gardening has been food for my soul. That's why I chose the name Soul Gardener. I suffered a lot from anxiety, depression, stress, and panic attacks. I lost my sister 2 years ago and my father 3 years ago. I started getting into home plants, and then from filling my home with plants, I decided I want to fill my garden with edibles. For many years, I started biking, and biking allowed me to go out in nature. And being in nature, I realized that being around plants helped me with my anxiety and depression. Every day I would bike, and the weekends I would bike out in state parks. Then I decided I wanted to turn my home from a normal urban suburban yard into a garden. I have lots of yard. I had no idea what to do. So I started, with the typical flowers and shrubs. Then I started binge watching gardening videos and decided I want to turn my backyard into a beautiful edible food forest. My grass was so bad, the grubs were so bad that they ate up all the grass. And then this guy suggested that I start throwing out wildflowers. So I started working in the garden with your typical flowers, trying to beautify my yard. And I really wasn't thinking about having edibles. But then I started turning my grass around, throwing out grass seeds. And it just required so much work because every week I was mowing the yard. Then I went to Walmart, clearance rack, and I would just buy all these beautiful tropical plants, typical for Florida. And I started working in small sections of my garden and removing the grass and then putting down wood chips and then planting the plants that I got from clearance. I also went to my grandmother's house and loaded up on a lot of plants that she had in her yard, like elephant ears and the Mexican petunias. And yes, the yard started looking very pretty, but it was typical of what you would see in a suburban neighborhood. Then I decided, you know what? I'm going to grow my own food. So I bought a jalapeno pepper plant. And from there, I bought some starter collard greens. And I was so amazed at how good they were growing in pots. And this was in November 6th of last year, to be exact. So I went and purchased some seeds, collard green seeds, and I started growing them from seed because my starters were growing good. Then I went to the grocery store and bought garlic and planted garlic. Big mistake. Garlic does not really grow in Florida. We do not get cold enough here to grow it. So then I started saving seeds from fruit that I was eating, like avocados. And I actually have this avocado outside growing. It's about 3 feet tall now. And once it rooted, I was so excited. Then I decided I would save seeds from fruit I would eat, like watermelon and cantaloupe. And I actually have these two growing in my garden now from seeds that I stored. Here's the garlic. It was growing so fast. I was getting so excited, but it was a total fail. So then I decided, after binge watching YouTube videos, to make my first raised bed. And I went and bought wood from Home Depot, already pre-cut 2x2. And then I dug out the grass and decided I would layer the bottom of it with newspaper. The newspaper was okay, but it just decomposed too fast and grass was growing in that bed. a coworker gave us some oregano that I still have growing in the garden, and I was so happy I could root it. And here's my first bed with the collard green seeds that I started, and I was so excited. Look how tiny those collard greens are. Could you imagine taking the seed and planting it and watching it grow? I know you can, because you're a gardener just like me. Then I decided to put down grass clippings in the bed, and here's my Egyptian spinach that I ordered from Etsy, and I planted it in the bed along with the collard greens. Then I started saving seeds from strawberries, and I still have these strawberries in my garden to this day. And here is what my home looked like with my houseplants. I still have these houseplants. They're larger, and I have 10 times more houseplants than this because I propagate a lot of my houseplants. But having plants in the home helped me with my anxiety and depression. So here is my collard greens. I'm watching the progress as it grows. I was so excited. And then every day I would come home from work and watch it grow. And here it is. It's grown. It's probably a week old. So then I started looking out at my backyard like, wow, what am I going to do? How am I going to design this? I have no idea. I don't know anything about landscaping or edible garden, but I continued to binge watch videos and write down different things that people were growing in their garden and researching it. So my bed continued to grow with the collard greens. I was getting so excited. And rookie mistake, I planted too many in these beds. This is the second bed I built, which was a 2x4 bed. And the collard greens were growing so fast. They loved the cold weather, and I didn't have any pests because it was cooler. And then I decided I would layer with wood chips. And this is what my bed looked like with the Egyptian spinach and cabbage and lemongrass in it. And here's my garden today. I am going to continue making these videos because there's tons of in-between processes that got me to this point. This was my garden months ago in the winter time. It was so beautiful, but it was still a lot of tropical plants as opposed to an edible garden. Here I am after starting seeds. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a comment. And if you're not already a subscriber to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can stay updated on the next video. There is more to come. Thank you for watching and have a blessed day.